like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity podcast and engineered clarity. Um, Oliver Wendell Holmes says, I would not give a fig for simplicity this side of complexity, but I would give my life for simplicity the other side of complexity. The first time I heard that quote, it resonated with me. It became like it's my DNA. Did, did you guys, I mean, you guys have seen this probably a lot. Did it do the same thing to you guys?
No,
Any ideas why?
I don't think I understand it.
So, there's another quote out there. It's really a fascinating quote. We'll get to it sometime. Um, so, like he says, I don't care about simplicity this side of complexity. Like it's superficial, surface, temporal. It's as my son-in-law Josh Collins coined. Maybe he didn't coin the word. He calls it word lettuce. Like it's just you're just talking just to talk. Like it's just talking just to talk. And so it's worthless. It's just like I wouldn't give a fig for the give a fig for simplicity this side of complexity. But I would give my life for simplicity the other side of complexity, meaning how do you go ahead and create how do you take really complex things, like things that are mind bending, mind numbing, and how do you go ahead and turn them into something that is so simple that a child can understand. So, I mean, I would give my life. Really? I'd give my life? Like, wow. Um, and so you guys have failed epically and you don't even know it. And it's okay. Why is it okay? I don't know, you know, but do you guys know where you failed with Bob?
The interview?
No, you didn't explain to him the Mark Boersma factor. So Jojo, when we were there, she's like, Grandpa, have you given him your video yet? The 2.5 minute video. I'm like, oh, I haven't, honey. And then I forgot to do it on the way back. And so I don't know that I don't know that he's watched that video. My guess is probably not. But you guys saw the video pretty soon after you met me, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, no.
I
I
don't
don't
think I
remember.
did.
I mean, do you know what video I'm talking about?
Jim Bontrager?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mark Boersma for Dummies. Luke, do you know that one?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So it's interesting here because this this video is now being broken out. It's 2.5 minutes for crying out loud. Like it's 2.5 minutes. It's being broken down into 21 uh, separate podcasts. Any ideas why it's being broken down in 21 separate podcasts?
People don't might not understand it when they watch it.
Yeah, they have no idea. They're like, eh. Uh,
What are
I
the
mean,
chances that people are going to watch 21 videos rather than a 2.5 minute video?
I would say it's high.
Okay.
If any of you are listening to this and you're wondering, why is it taking Kenny and Luke so long to, it's because they're Amish. They have to translate what they heard into Amish Dutch, and then they have to translate it back into English. And there's nothing in Amish Dutch to go ahead and do it, so they can't process it, which is fine. Took me years to figure that out. And so, like I'm sure all of you that are watching it is like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Like somebody not doesn't understand, the 2.5 minute, 2.5 minute video. They're gonna watch 21 podcasts. Um, yeah, there's already 4 people doing it. So with Bob, um, you and Luke don't have context. You guys don't have context. You guys don't understand. Like Tom Coons, like 140,000 agents, like 140,000 agents in 70 different countries, in over 70 different countries. And Tom's like, I've never met a guy like this. Jim Bontrager, I think now he's the past president, largest police chaplaincy in the world. And like, I've never met a guy like this. Peter Miles, past president of Rolls-Royce, past board member past board member of BMW. Hey, Bob.
How's it going, Mark?
Oh, I'm telling you, buddy, this is just
Yeah,
crazy.
it
My
is.
my granddaughter JoJo, when she was there at the place, she says, "Hey, Grandpa, has Bob seen your video?" I'm like, "Oh no, he hasn't. I don't think he has. Nobody showed you this video, have they, Bob?"
No, that's one that's up on the screen there.
Yeah, Mark Boersma for Dummies.
Yeah, I have not seen that for sure.
Let's watch it now, because Kenny and Luke, from this point forward, everybody that they introduced me to, or at least that I let's say take a liking to, that I see something magic in them, they're going to definitely do this,
Right.
and so let's go ahead and watch. It's only 2.5 minutes, right? So it's only 2.5 minutes, so it's going to be
Okay.
pretty easy here. Tell me if you want to stop. Say, hey, Mark, stop. So I won't stop unless you tell me to. Here we go.
Good.
Greetings, Jim Monchiger here, author of the best-selling book, Mark Boersma for Dummies. Tremendous resource. You'll see the subtitle there. The first thing you may truly know is you really don't know what you thought you knew. And, that just sums up my experience. When I first met Mark, I, like many of you, are trying to figure this guy out. And so I just thought I'd put together a guide here to help you better understand. And I'd like to share with you some of my collective wisdom that I've found in my relationship with him and help save a bunch of time here. So you'll notice we have a number of exciting things that I learned. First of all, I like you are wondering, I never met anybody like this guy. But I did learn a handful of things I wanted to share with you and maybe save you some time here. Maybe answer some questions for you. The first thing you got to understand about Mark is he believes that you were given a gift called life, that you have tremendous potential to make the world a better place. It doesn't matter how that looks like. It can be in business. It could be you as an individual running a nonprofit, maybe as a pastor or a dad or a mom, husband, wife. But the other thing that Mark firmly believes is that we all have blind spots. We have things that are keeping us back from being everything we're designed to be. We have a tendency to judge others by their actions, but us by our intentions. And many times we get no more than that, intentions. It's not permanent life change. And so one of the things about Mark is the driving force is that he is your best friend if you have a sincere desire to grow. That if you have the humility and want to be accountable to have people in your lives, that collectively we could make our time on earth count, then I'm telling you right now, this guy's going to be one of your best friends. But you need to be warned also. And that's the fact that if you don't want that, if you just want to go through the motions and just try to keep walking down the road there blind to the things that are tripping you up and keeping you from being everything you need to be, then this guy's gonna expose it pretty quick, you know. So you might want to move on. You know, if that's you and you don't have a sincere desire to grow, then this is going to be the worst thing you ever made up your mind. So I just wanted to try to give you a couple things that I learned in my short relationship with Mark. I hope they be encouragement to you, and I believe with all my heart that those of you that really have a sincere desire to grow in business, to grow in your ability to serve your fellow man, and a heart's desire to be a better human being, so that you can make the world a better place, then welcome aboard. This is going to be a great ride. So God bless you.
See,
Um,
that's an awesome video
what's awesome about it?
about how it's the driving forces. Everybody could do it, but it's up to you to make the choice. Is what I
Right,
got about that.
right. Luke and Kenny, any other, you know, thoughts that either of you have on that video, or for Bob on that video, or Bob being in my world?
Right. I mean, it's a you're like that, and that from that video, it's like it's based on you're the sun and we're the little planets out there, and we have a chance to grow and be big like the Earth
Or
or fail if we
like
don't.
it's
I
like a
mean, it's like
smoking hole in the ground. Like
yeah, it is.
like
Yeah,
people
yeah,
don't listen. They like, but let me warn you. He says all these nice things, but let me warn you. So it's transcribed. Like there's, you know, it's not about permanent change like Mark's about. Like he's like, it's like, now you need to be warned. Like people don't listen to the, warning. Like like
right.
he's going to expose you. He's going to expose you for what's going on. Doesn't matter who you are. And this is going to be the worst thing that's ever, like, that's going to be the worst thing that's ever happened to you. Like I could be the best thing that's ever happened to you or the worst. Like, and it's really your choice. And
It
so, I mean,
is. That's
and
life.
so, um, Luke, Kenny, like everybody you guys introduced me to, I don't know, you don't have to give them you don't have to give them like you don't have to go ahead and have them read this or watch everyone. I don't know. Maybe you do. It's up to you. It's 2.5 minutes. If they can't do that, I mean, I don't know. Should I invest a half an hour into anybody if they're not willing to put 2.5 hours into it? But there are a few
And
select. There are a few people, and
yeah, 2.5 minutes is not very long at all.
right, there are a few people, and dang, I don't know if they're lucky or not. But there are a few
Right.
people that I somehow take a shining to. There's a few people I'm like, man, that person's got, holy cow, they're a mutant. Like they got some firepower. And those
Yeah,
people, what should you have them do, Kenny and Luke?
grow.
Watch the video for sure, but
Something more.
maybe watch the 21 podcasts.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Watch the 21 podcasts because people don't understand. They just don't. Shoot. Like if they're Amish, they don't even have language for me in the Amish. Like it's why Amish black out. Like I say something and there's no like there's nothing. They're just like nothing because they go and try to translate it in their brains and say they try to say, what's Mark even saying, and they don't even know. Like there's not even words in the Amish language to describe what this is. So, questions?
Greetings, Jim.
Now, where's the 21 podcast? I'm gonna search online for that when we're done.
Yeah, we'll get it over to you. You can text me or email me just as a reminder. But yeah, we'll get this out to you. So any other thoughts or questions, Kenny or Luke?
And I like the part where it says number 10, where we have a tendency to judge others by their actions and us by just by our intentions. So
Right.
we think more of ourselves than we do others. But that would be a tendency that people
Right.
have.
Right. We don't give other people room, but we give ourselves so much room. And so, nobody trained Bob to say, Bob, you've never met anybody like Mark. He's a charmer. If he likes you, you're going to like him until you don't. And so, Bob, whatever you do, if you ever agree to do something, make sure you do it. Because
Right.
in the 4 years that I've known him, Kenny could say there's one thing he didn't follow through on. And as soon as he found that out, he put the wheels in motion to follow through on that. Like the guy, you've never met a guy like that. And whatever you don't ever be late. Don't ever be late. And if you are late, whatever you do not go ahead and give him a reason for being late. If he asks for a reason, then give him, but don't ever give him reasons for things unless he's asking for things. It's best for him and you and everybody. And so Bob's never been trained to go ahead and deal with somebody like me. He just hasn't. So it's okay. It's okay that, when we went ahead and met his friend and Bob said he was going to I thought Bob said he was going to get his contact information over to me. I don't think he has yet. And so, that's
Or
one.
that's for my realtor.
No. When we met your friend yesterday,
Oh, for Scott.
yeah, Scott. So we met your friend Scott, and I said, "Ooh, he was very interested." He said, "Yeah, man, I get somebody on the phone," and so I thought that we had agreed to go ahead and have you get me all over that information.
Oh, I did not. I can write that
Okay,
down here.
yeah, and so
Yeah, and then I think he would have no mind because he met with you and he liked how you were.
well, I
So that's
liked
like,
how he was too.
yeah, and that's like my realtor that I'm gonna get you his information. I
Right.
like touching base with people before I pass out their information.
Yeah, with me, it's whatever. Like the
Yeah,
key is though, they don't know what they're getting when they get me.
right on.
And so is that good or bad? Yes. And so yeah, so we're gonna pause it and then we're gonna come back here in a minute here. And so all right, here we go. All right, so that was an interesting conversation. And so Bob, do you have any questions for Kenny or Luke or myself?
So so then I just need to hang my hat up, basically, it sounds like, right?
Um, okay.
I don't know. I'm asking it's a
You probably don't want to go, I mean, hang yourself. That would not be.
Oh,
no
he said hang his
hang my
hat.
hat up.
It's an English term where you take your hat off and you hang it up
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And walk away,
and walk away. Right. Like I'm done. Like, right.
Yeah,
So
So,
this house does not show my talents at all.
one of the things, Bob, um, that people struggle with me is that like it seems like a lot of people have said that I have a photographic auditory memory. I'm not sure it's really that. I think I just remember things that are significant and honestly not being mean, but a lot of times there's not much significant with people, so it doesn't take much memory to remember what people are
Right.
saying and what they're doing. So when you say something twice, that's an indicator to me. It's a tell. Do you know what a tell is, Bob?
Um,
Like in cards, if you're playing cards and somebody has a good hand, they have a tell, their eyebrow raises. It's a tell. There's a bunch of tells that people have that reveal. So there's the Jahari window is what it's called, and there's four quadrants, and so there's things that we reveal to other people. Um, then there's things that we don't reveal to other people that we know. So there's things that we reveal to people that we know. There's things that we reveal to people we don't reveal to people that we know. And then there's things we don't reveal, and then we don't even know ourselves. So there's the blind spot, like there's blind spots that people have, like Jim is saying here in the video, like like there's blind spots, and Mark's going to expose them really fast. So if somebody goes ahead and explains things to me, I know that there's a good probability that they're talkers, they're not doers. Questions, Bob?
No, you're very good at speaking.
And then and then and then if and then there's always a reason for not getting something done. There's always a reason. There's always a reason. And it's like and so there's something that I saw in you in our first conversation. I'm like, man, that guy, holy cow, does he have potential? Man, does he have potential? Then when you got me over your resume and I saw all the like 1 year, 2 years, the jobs, and then um and then I went ahead and asked, why were there gaps? Why did you go? Why after this one job? It's like you haven't been able to sell. You gone from one to another to another to another to another to another, and you were actually honest with me. Like you didn't explain yourself. You didn't go in and explain why every single one. You were humble, and you were honest. You said, "Yeah, good question, Mark. I'm not sure. When you find out, I'd like to know." Like you were honest. You're fun, honest, transparent. And coming out to your house with my granddaughter, JoJo, like I discovered why you jump from one thing to another thing to another thing. I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Right.
What do you mean, right?
Well, I mean, it's like because I don't make the right path.
Right.
I make it, it's like I take too much on at one time.
Right.
And then I take
Yeah.
on more, and then I take on more, and then I take
Right.
on more.
Right.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
I've been trying to get better at lessening my pile on my plate
Have you watched Star Wars?
100 years ago.
Okay, that's fine. Because you never forget it. Tom Coons, he says Yoda. He calls me Yoda. Tom does. A lot of people call me a lot of names. Like
Yeah, because you're a good driver, that's for sure. I mean, I'm already
so Tom says, Yoda says, Luke, there is no try. There's do or do not. And so, you know, um, and so like I love that Kenny pointed out, it's like, we judge other people by their actions and us by our intentions. And so I think you have this crazy, insane potential. Just it's insane the potential you have. Your brain is a crazy brain. It's insane. Like, how does somebody get a patent and have chickens? Chickens take a lot of work. I mean, people who have chickens go ahead and say, well, it really doesn't. It's like, kind of does. I mean, kind of does. And so, the more crazy our brains are, Bob, the more discipline that we need to have in disciplining our brain to make sure that we don't go off on all of these rabbit trails. There's everything that you are, like that house, like that was, I'll never forget it. I'll never ever forget it. It was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. Like everything was in slow motion when we drove up, and then JoJo getting out of the car. And maybe it was because of JoJo. Maybe it wasn't the house at all. I don't know. maybe it was having, JoJo on there with a, she's like, Grandpa, that's like our chicken, red. I mean, she had so much fun. And if she's having fun, I'm having fun. And it's like she was there. And so you fulfill what God's put you on this planet to do. And she was there for that. That's an experience that she and Grandpa will have forever. If
Amen.
if you know you don't hang your head up.
I don't give up, that's for sure.
Well, you did give the option to give up.
I don't, yeah, but I didn't give up.
Well, yeah, but you did give the option to give up. And so, so your personality is a fascinating personality. I mean, it's a very complex personality. Like it's crazy, it's crazy what it is, because in the geometric psychology test, you test out as a driver analytic, which is me. So that's how I think, like picture and details. And so that's crazy. I mean, so it's a really cool personality, I think. Well, most of the people around me don't think it's that great, but I mean, God created me this way.
Right.
But you in the pain quadrant test, you test out as an amiable driver personality. That's like my wife. So you've got you've got it's like in your brain, you've got me in your brain, and then you've got my wife in your brain too. It's like you have both of our brains. I mean, I'm insane. I wouldn't say that about my wife because I'm a good husband, obviously.
Right.
But to have both brains in one brain, that's just like, holy cow. Questions, Bob, or thoughts?
I'm just, so there's no repair on this, like trying to build friendship and maybe there's a future and stuff like that with us then?
When you say us, who do you mean?
The team. I mean, aren't we all a team, or is this are the Kenny and Luke? I know that's already blown.
Interesting.
It sounds because I
Interesting.
because my house that really does not show much of me in it
Well, it
besides
does
besides
actually.
confusion.
Well, it does show. It shows you totally. Like it shows you totally. I mean, not totally, but it shows. Like it shows you
The outside shows me, how the outside of the house itself.
everything. The whole thing shows you. It's who you are, and I think it's a beautiful thing. I mean, I admire. I don't know why anybody'd ever have chickens. I just don't. I mean, if you want to teach your kids how to, I don't know, care for things and have them die, I guess that. But it's like, so it's fine. It's fine.
I did the chickens because I thought it would be like the easiest way to make additional money to accomplish my goals.
So that's like my wife. I didn't know we've been married for 41 years. I didn't know why she explained things to me. Like, I'm like, why is she explaining things to me? And then I realized, and why does she use so many words to say so little? I mean, I'm belittling her because I'm a great husband. I'd never belittle my wife for sure. Like, it's not that. I just don't understand. I have social autism. I don't understand why people explain themselves and why there's so many words. But then I realized, like a couple of years ago, the reason she's using so many words is the amiable thinks that the more words you use, the better relationship you have. But that's not with me. Like if she uses 100 words, it's fine. She's my wife, 41 years. I'm fine. I love her to pieces. But it doesn't explaining somebody's self and and using lots of word does not make me like somebody more or feel closer to them.
Right.
And so the amiable always has a reason for what they do. They just do. And the analytic, they have enough data to make it look like they're right, even if it doesn't make sense. Now, again, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying it's interesting. It's just interesting. It's an interesting way to think. So, Kenny and Luke, do you have any thoughts for Bob?
So another thing is, so there'll be like for PA, there'll be a lot of young guys there.
Right.
And so this last week we did a job where we were doing lockers. Now, I don't know how to compare how these lockers compare with the ones that we did. But these that we put in were pretty heavy.
Oh yeah,
Um,
kid.
they were heavy, and in PA we're going to be like we're away. We're going to be working long hours, and we're going to be putting in 800 of these. So it's like it's pretty physical intensive. Um, so that was another like
So why are you sharing that, Luke?
I guess I was hoping Bob like maybe I don't want to go.
Well,
It didn't.
Bob was actually doing you a favor by going, right, Bob?
I thought I was, but
Right.
and that's really not that. I mean, and yes, I know the lockers are heavy because they're just MDF war wood, and they're pieced together, and there's a whole bunch of them. Most likely, that's where weight really comes from is the modern technology wood, and they fit
That's
together
Bob
pretty
going
good.
into his analytic. He's shifting gears. I'm not sure why Luke said what he said.
I didn't at the house. I didn't demonstrate any of my physical
No,
ability.
that's the third time you. Well, that's okay. Physical ability. Yeah. So it's um
I've been doing everything here by myself. I mean, I can.
that's like the fourth time you've shared that. So with me, I get less impressed with people when they share things more than once because it's almost like they're trying to convince themselves and other people what they're saying is true. This is the amiable. The amiable will do that. They'll say something more and more time. The more somebody says something, typically the less true it is. Like they're trying to convince themselves and everybody else what they're saying is true. So Luke, I don't know why. Help me understand why you said what you did.
I think maybe to show Bob another reason why we don't think it would be good to for him to go out there, or another reason why we don't want him to.
Right. You don't think it's best for him and you don't think it's best for the crew. Okay. Um, Bob, do you have any questions or thoughts?
I, no, I mean it's like I can't change people's minds, so I understand.
Interesting. Huh. Okay. So I mean, you were honest. You said you're not good in sales and you don't know how to sell. I think you could become a great salesperson, actually. You have all the makings of a great salesperson. And you're a lot better than what you realize you are. Sometimes the amiable takes over, though, and that will go ahead and create some issues there. And so, Kenny, any other thoughts you have?
Um, yeah, I think I agree with you there where I think Bob would make a good salesperson for sure.
Bob, any other questions or thoughts you have?
My thoughts are, I mean, I appreciate this conversation because I'm learning a lot that will enhance my life for sure. I really appreciate it from you guys big time.
Well, we appreciate you. So when you say, so there's there's nothing, whatever you said, something about not being part of the team or something like that. I care for people in a very different way than normal people care for people. And so I see things in people that other people don't see. Like when I go to that house, I see something totally different than everybody else sees. I see the genius, the power of it. I see, man, if this guy, this guy, get him focused, don't let him get out of focus. Help him to, does he have the discipline? Will he submit? Will he learn? Will he grow? Will he be honest? If he's got this crazy cool brain, is it moldable? Will he do it? And that's the thing I don't know. So I tend to just be like a 3-year-old boy, and I just believe in everybody. Like I just think everybody's created in God's image, so everybody can, it doesn't matter what their age or gender or ethnic is or background is. I mean, anybody can be amazing. The challenge that I've had, Bob, is that in my experience, most people don't choose to be amazing, and that hurts to me. I just don't understand it. So, any other questions, Bob?
I I mean, it's like I understand that I'm not going to go on the job with you guys and stuff like that, but can we stay communicable? Can we talk here and there and stuff like that? I mean, I could definitely learn more from you guys. I liked hearing how I'm being analyzed and stuff like that because there are things that I can definitely change to make myself better for other people.
So Kenny and Luke, are both raised Amish, so they don't know how to process what you're saying. I know how to process what you're saying. And, and they're not, how old are you, Bob?
55.
Yeah, so they're not 55.
Right.
So they haven't had life experience. They don't know. They just don't know. They're overwhelmed. Their senses are overwhelmed and they don't know. They're like deer in the headlight. They're like, dang, what just happened? And so, I want to do more. I want to do more than just periodically, like keep in touch. Like, like I want to help you, like achieve what you were put on this planet to do. Like, and so to do that, to do that, my challenge, Bob, honestly, is that I care more about people than people care about themselves.
There's not many of them people out there.
No.
That's no same thing here. It's like I'm like last night I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning, like this morning, working with Scott, to help him to stay away from his addiction.
Right.
And that's so I only got a few hours of sleep and it's like, yeah, but I know I can do it. I've done it before. I'd rather
Right.
struggle if I could help somebody out.
Right.
So I did
Yeah.
it.
My
And
heart, he grabbed my heart like crazy. Like he
yeah,
just grabbed my
that's
heart. I just like, dang, I'm going to help that guy. Like he's going to help me. He's going to help me see things and do things and understand things. And so like Kenny and Luke are still processing everything. Like life, they're not sure what they want to do. I mean, in a lot of ways, Kenny is very much like you. Very much like you. His brain is a crazy brain. He's all over the place. Not sure what he wants to do. Wants to do this, this, well, this, this. So there's all kinds of crazy stuff. And so I uh so um so we'll go ahead and so I have a heart for young men And you may be younger than they are. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. And so there's 3 C's for young men. It's consistency, it's consideration, and competence. So I can help somebody make a lot of money if they're consistent. And then if they consider and not consider like they probably have considered, but consider things in a very different way, and then competence in certain areas. And so we'll be probably use this as a case study, Bob, and because I'd like to, because there's a lot of people out there like you that have crazy brains. And, the school system, educational system, the religious system, like no systems. It seems like there's no systems on this planet that help the crazy brains actually go ahead and do everything they were created to be. And so you can help me and I can help you in doing that. And then, are Luke and Kenny involved? Maybe they are. If they want to be, fine. And if they don't, that's up to them too. So I'll get you out the 21 videos, and then you can include them in your manage up and out. So when you go through a white paper, a booklet, a video, a podcast, anything, you want to email myself and then Kenny and Luke, and then tell us what you thought about that video, that podcast. And then what did you learn? What action are you going to take from what you learned, and what do you need to learn next? So 1 to 10, how direct would you like me to be with you, Bob?
10.
Okay. If that changes, just let me know. Your driver personality will love it. Your analytic will hate me. Your amiable is going to hate me. Those 2 personalities, there's those 2 things are going to hate me. You are going to, man, am I going to tick you off? I mean, man, those 2 things. I know you don't think it's true, but listen to Jim Bontrager. I mean, it's true. Like because you've got to get those 2 under control. Right now, your analytic and amiable are not under control, and they'll have to be under control. If you don't control your personality, it will control you, and you'll end up in a mess.
Right.
Makes sense?
It does.
All right. So if you're participating, if you're kind of a crazy brain like, Bob is and Kenny, Luke, I'm still not sure about, but me for sure. And so, if you'd like to participate, I don't know, maybe there's the 3-minute survey, maybe there's a link to this that goes into, Mark Boersma for Dummies. Not sure, but Bob, thanks so much for being on. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right. Well, thank you guys. You have a blessed day.